Um, da, 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 da. What I need to do. Now, my purpose in doing this thing. Are there fish in here? Shouldn't be. It's kind of just a pond. My purpose is to gather enough resources. Oh no, this is deep enough. My purpose is to gather enough resources, i.e., blaze, chill, to be able to do. Yeah, there's a fish right there. To be able to do the daggone the last trophy I need for the Frozen Wilds, which is the. Am I moving backwards? She's moving backwards. Cute. The last trophy I need for what in the world? For the hunting ground. But it's the last one. It's a chieftain one. It's the longest one, and I do not have enough because I've got these awesome weapons. God, has it been so long that I forgot how to? Yeah, I did. I've got the ice thrower. I've got the flamethrower and all these things, the new Frozen Wild weapons. So, chill in here for a second. So I gotta get these. Fill it, because Lord, does it use a lot of ammo. A lot of ammo. A lot. Man, like, this game's just like the best game ever. I almost wish I could erase my memories of it and play it again. Almost. No.
Come on.
Dang it. Oh no, I got him.
Be fastened.
Crap, missed him. Still missed him. Damn! I'm not expecting you. Alright. Oh great, and a watcher. Get down, kitty cat. Ouch. Probably should have just overridden.
Last shot.
Huh. Well, wasn't that productive. So let's do misbreeding because I can sell it. Let's see what I got getting from you. Fire coil. I'll take it. Chill water, blaze, and wire. Yes, thank you. Let me send. Yeah, I've only got 78. I got to the point I used up most of my ridgewood. Crazy. 2 canisters of stuff here. Some blaze. Some shards. Another blaze canister. Sweet. Now I blew up 1 or 2 of them across there. Alright. Sweet. Yes, please. I think I hit 1 of them over here. Shock wax root. It's a rock. Grace root. Why is there a... Animals. That's a thing for a grazer. Take the grazer. Cause there's a, I think there's a stealth. I want to say it. I want to say it lightning strikes. It's a stalker around here. Don't need stealth weave. Don't need that. I'll take a sparker. Too close. Rabbit running around there.
It's on to me.
Crap, see? Knew it. Shut your behind. Eat this. Yo, what is up? You mean like, how does the control works? Like in general, or? Yes. Yes. R2, yeah, R2 is fire, L2 is aim. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar. Nah, I doubt. I'm pretty sure Gorilla was busy. I mean, although, I wouldn't put it past Capcom. Cause... yeah, they have... And Capcom's got, these days, Capcom has a pretty good, relationship with Sony. Like how they did, with, what the heck was the game? Street Fighter V was exclusive because Sony helped. I know Sony did help with the development of Street Fighter V. And the rumor is that they're gonna announce Devil May Cry 5 soon, and that's gonna be exclusive as well, which likely means there was Sony assisting with the development of that. So I wouldn't put it past it that that there is some interconnection. If it was, well, it's been a whole year because Horizon's been out a year. So yeah, you know what? It is possible because it's been basically a year since Horizon came out. They would have had a team working on the DLC, but they could have definitely sent some core people to. I hope that they do. Honestly, I really hope they do. I agree. I would get like it came down to a choice at the time, and I picked Dragon Ball, and I kind of wish I didn't, but like, I definitely do wanna get this. Oh yeah, the reception has been excellent. I mean, I was just saying to myself earlier, like, Monster Hunter World is the Horizon Zero Dawn of 2018. It's, like, instant, like, kind of Game of the Year contender. Dang. Yeah, they didn't. It was in that time when they felt certain games were Japan only, and and so they didn't like, oh no, the Western audience doesn't care about Monster Hunter. I remember some of those conversations online in like 2006, 2007. Yeah, right. 'Cause I want to go home right now. It's no better feeling in the world, man. Yeah, definitely. They've been working. I'm sure they've been working on this for a while. But like I think they needed, because it was that time period when Capcom was like really, I can't remember why, but like when Capcom was like in a lot of financial trouble for some reason, and I can't. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because Inafune left, and kind of something was, I can't even remember how much stuff was going on. Can't remember exactly why. Yeah, that's right. Because Street Fighter 4 was like on a decline, and they kept putting out different versions of it. And then Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out too, and people were like, eh. that's my issue with fighters right now. That there are people out there who are just, they're just there, they have no life, and they have like no, like some guy beat me. I played a ranked match, and some guy beat me just this evening. The guy, he straight up did Frieza's like Destructo Disc move. He did it 4 times in a row. And it's like, come on, it's like, that's just being cheap. Like, to stand at one end of the stage and do an attack. And the thing with Frieza's in this game is that he throws it, so like, if you have to like dodge it or block it with the 2 discs coming at you, but then they circle around and come back again. So like, you can get hit 4 times by it. So he did that 4 times in a row, and it's like, you're a disgusting person. Yeah, it's not fun. So, but like, that's why I tried to get, well, first of all, we had like some server issues with this thing, and I tried to get my money back like within 24 hours, but I bought it on PSN, and they're like, oh well, the system locks off games after you've played it after a certain amount of hours, so we can't refund you. And I talked to 3 different people, and it wasn't happening, including a manager. So I'm like, dang, I'm stuck. Yeah. Yeah, they murdered it. They murdered it. Yeah, it was around the time Resident Evil 6 came out, and Resident Evil 6 was just a travesty. I don't know if you remember it. It was they did like 3. It was like split into 3 parts. There was the Leon campaign, which was a little more like Resident Evil 4. Then there was the Chris campaign, which was straight up like Call of Duty in the Resident Evil world. It was everyone calling it Resident Dude Bro because it was just like a first person shooter, and it was horrible. And then there was a Jake Wesker section where he's literally just like running from a monster the entire time. It was not good. They are doing it. They're doing it. They announced it 2 years ago, and we're just waiting for it to come out. I don't know what's taking them so long. Because they did it for Resident Evil 1, and that turned out really good. But they've already announced that it's being done. It should come out this year. It should come out this year. We were thinking, I was looking for it to actually be announced that it was releasing in December at PSX, but it didn't happen. But it should come out anytime now, like anytime this year. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? You know the rumors. I don't know if it's true or not, but that the rumors are that Red Dead Redemption 2 has a battle royale mode. Yeah. Well, more like PUBG and Fortnite. So I guess everybody's like out in squads of 2 in a big open world, and then they, for whatever reason, I don't know if like a dust storm is coming in, and they just, everybody gets, the map keeps getting smaller and smaller until. But yeah, it's supposed to be something like that. Neither am I, but yeah, it's the trend. Yeah, that's the thing. It's people. The problem with everything is people, but it's like whenever you put people into it, I'm not surprised. It started on Xbox. Like, there's a certain type of person that plays on 360 and Xbox One. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and they're like, you know what? It's like it's time for Ultra Instinct, and then they just started trying to make games good again. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely right now. Like they are going to be okay because that game is been out for like 3 weeks and it continues to sell.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it needed to happen. It needed to happen because like it was time. It had been held back too long, and the thing is that like there is a certain demographic to each console. Like there's a certain type of Xbox player, there's a certain type of PlayStation player, a certain type of Nintendo player, and you're not gonna get, in my opinion, the PlayStation. Well, definitely this gen, especially this generation, the PS4 just blew up. So, you know, if you're not on PlayStation 4, you weren't gonna be as successful as you possibly could be. And Nintendo continues to be Nintendo and hold hardware back, which holds games back. So, you know, after they got all the money out of them, they're like, yeah, it's time to. I think what it was, and what people underestimate a little bit. A lot of developers got burned with the Wii U. A lot of developers got burned. They believed in it, you know. They believed in Wii because Wii HD was the thing. Everyone was talking, oh, it's gonna be the Wii HD. It's gonna sell like, you know, it's like blah blah. And it didn't, and a lot of developers got burned. So I think Capcom was like, at that point, Capcom was like, that's the point where they start making deals and like, you know what? We project that in 4 years, all this crap is gonna happen. So we need to start, you know, branching out, and they decided to do it with Monster Hunter, and I think that's about the time. Cause I think this thing's been like development in 4 or 5 years for Monster Hunter World. So it ended up being like 4 to 5 years ago with 2012, just about when the Wii U came out. So they probably realized like, yo, this ain't working. When the Wii U came out, and then they started making deals for Monster Hunter.
Right on target.
I would have been 100% with you if the Switch hadn't kind of, I wouldn't even say taken off, but if the Switch hadn't been as popular as it seems to be so far right now. Cause like it is surviving. Yeah, it is surviving off of hype. Cause there's not that many games on it, and the games there's a handful of great games, but they aren't that great. You know, it's like, and it's not that many. And it launched at a bad time. I mean, it launched at a good time for them in that, you know, like, well, because yeah, well, no, you know, I still don't think it launched at a good time, because the truth of the matter is, right now, you don't have to play the Switch. There are literally too many games on everything else that anyone's like, you know, like, has to play the Switch. The only people who are buying stuff on the Switch are people who only own a Switch or who are Nintendo fans. So like, yeah, little kids for the most part. Like, there's not. If the Switch fails, then yes, I believe that they will. Yeah, but you know what? Because me and George talk about this all the time, and we've been talking about this for years. I exactly. It was yeah, it's supposed to be Super Nintendo CD, and then Nintendo just decided to be idiots. But they got too much pride, man. I don't think they would. I think they'd rather implode as a company than to sell their assets to Sony. I don't think they do it. Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would. Yeah, I mean, so it it's funny because like right now Sony, in terms of the games industry, is like pretty much they're not. I don't know if they're the biggest, but they're definitely the best in terms of like publishers. Because if you just look at like when you look at like industry trends, aside from just like looking at exclusive games, when these creators get freed from from their shackles, like when Kojima left Konami, where did he go? He didn't go to Nintendo. He didn't go talk to Microsoft. He went to Sony. And then, and again, look how they treated him. They took him to literally every one of their studios and let him basically hand choose who he wants to work with. Like that sort of like when you see that, like the industry, people in the industry notice stuff like that. So like when people go freelance, or they leave a particular company, like, they'll look at PlayStation as a potential, like, new employer because of how they treat people or what they want to do for games. So I think, but I just feel like Nintendo is just too vindictive. They would never like, yeah, they'd rather go Sega. They'd rather go the Sega route and just die. Yeah. No, they're not yet.
They're angry.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough time on PS3 because of really it was just like the price. The price was like the major thing. It was the price, but like as soon as they dropped the price to a reasonable area, it started selling. But like the two major problems the PS3 had was price and that the cell architecture was just really difficult to program for. Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's like this was like when all the companies were in trouble because Sony had money and they bought Spider-Man from Marvel, so they owned Spider-Man font. And they're like, you know what? We'll just use it in PlayStation because we already own it. Why license? Yeah, well, no, yeah, that's what happened. Which is why all the Spider-Man movies are Sony movies right now, even Spider-Man: Homecoming. Because they owned Spider-Man, because it was in the time when Marvel was like way out of money and they sold off all their properties. So they sold X-Men to Fox, they sold Fantastic Four to Fox, they sold I think they sold Captain America and Incredible Hulk to Universal. All the stuff went all over, and Sony bought Spider-Man. And it makes sense. It's like, why would you pay a license to whoever owns like whatever font when you own a font of your own? It's like you might as well use it. So they're like, yo, we'll use the Spider-Man font because we just bought it. Yeah, so it made sense to me why they did it. But I mean, obviously, they changed it later.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, it was a really crazy time for everything, like in just media in general. But like, yeah, the PS. Yeah, it was a hype machine, but and it shows you the key part of launching first, because they were out a full year ahead of PS, which is funny, because I did a little research and I saw some videos and stuff about it, and it turns out that part of the reason that that the PS3 was delayed into 2006 was because there was some chip or something that was they were having a hard Toshiba was having a hard time producing it, and they couldn't produce enough. But what was worse was that Sony had helped Toshiba develop it, but Toshiba took some of the money and the stuff that they did with that development, and those same chips were being used in the Xbox. So it was the fact that Sony actually helped fund a chip that went into the 360, and then the 360 used up a lot of those chips and partially caused the delay of the PS3. Yeah, well, yeah, the graphics cards in the two of them were not that different, and a lot of do I need that? I don't think so. Yeah, there were some chipsets that were similar between them, where they were literally using the same hardware, and that ended up causing a problem. But like, because the Xbox had that whole year ahead, that was it. Like, it's hard to beat that. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that was a turning point, in terms of games, because like games like Assassin's Creed, just like they basically made sort of the open world genre a thing on consoles. Oh crap. That's not what I meant to do. It wasn't until they did it. They did it, and then bam, now everything's, and it got to the point that everybody wants to be open world. And then on this gen, we have the technology to do it properly. So now everything's open world. Yeah.
Fight or run.
Yeah, they're being edgy. It was Naughty Dog finally like starting to stretch. Yeah. Yeah, cause it, and that's because of its critical hit. It's all because of like a lot of stuff was like not politics, but like it's like industry stuff. Cause get out of here. Yeah, exactly. Rare was another like issue, like where it just became like, what the dang, Kevin's up. Show! Yeah, is this where the cause like when they left,
Jump on Monster Hunter.
Sup, Kevin? Don't need this.
Jackson was cool, man. I like that.
I gotta kill me some people. Dang. But yeah, like Crash Bandicoot was Universal owned it because they published it, and then when Naughty Dog decided to like leave Universal and go work directly with Sony, they lost Crash Bandicoot, and then Universal decided like, oh, we're gonna keep making Crash Bandicoot games, and that was a bad idea.
That's right. I remember they just dropped in like quality.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Rare. Yeah, I don't know if like see like some of these companies are just name in their name only basically at this point. Dang, this man had loot. Cause like Rare, in my opinion, Rare is not Rare anymore. Like they're not. They're just like, you know, the name is there. Exactly. It's like how Infinity Ward, the Infinity Ward that's still at Activision is not the same Infinity Ward that made Modern Warfare 2. Because like the key people left and went to make Respawn. So it's like yeah, the name is there, but it's not the same people. It's not the same developers, and they don't have the same ideas. And it's basically just like it's like that. Like when they make Killer Instinct, I'm like yeah, whatever. It's like I don't care, you know, this new Killer Instinct because it's not. What the hell am I hearing? What'd you say? Wood? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, actually, yeah. What's it? I really
Is
don't
it an audio error?
play fighters.
It was a funny time because it was just like it was that transition time from dang, all the stuff from the generational switch, and there was changes in what people wanted to play, and you know some people didn't adapt quick enough, and a lot of games just like a lot of game companies kind of just went under, and because the game development costs went way up. Like there was a talk that Mark Cerny gave in 2013, and he was talking about like you know like what happened he was talking about the development time for what he called time to triangle, which is like basically the time from when they start development on a game engine and when they can actually get the graphics engine up and running to have like the basic stuff on the system. And he was talking about on PS1 it was like 1 to 2 months before they could get like the graphics engine and stuff like running to get like a basic, you know, character model and stuff running in the game on the console. Then on PS2 it went to about 6 months before they could get that working. But then on PS3 it went to like a year because it was just way more complicated. So it was taking longer to make games and more money to make games because to make games in a decent pace, instead of having 40, 50 people on a team, they needed, you know, 150. And it just got like, it got to the point like, so basically they were spending like millions of dollars on games, and if the game doesn't sell well enough to make that money back, everybody's screwed.
Good find.
So it was like a lot of games just did not survive the jump to between PS3 360 era. They just couldn't make it because and then like there were some developers who weren't quite willing to change. So like Naughty Dog is like an excellent example of, you know, they started with Crash Bandicoot, but then they didn't stick with that. They went to Jak and Daxter, for better for worse, and then even after that, they went to Uncharted. And it was just like, you know, like, yeah, big jump. Big weird jump. But it's like, but as you look at the type of games, like the genre of games that they went from what I guess you could call a platformer to an action adventure platformer with Jak and Daxter, which then also turned into, you know, a lot of things because Jak 2 and Jak 3 had like different types of combat in them. And then you go to Uncharted, which is completely different, which is what basically an action adventure third-person cover shooter. And it was just, yeah. Well, they killed. Oh, did I ever tell you there's a story that I read from Game Informer like years ago on the downfall of LucasArts as a studio. Speaking about studios who didn't survive. And LucasArts, they were making an Indiana Jones game like Uncharted. And they were going to reveal it at E3 20... I think they're going to reveal it at E3 20... either 2007 or 2008. I think it was 2007. Or it was GDC. And Uncharted... Drake's Fortune, the first Uncharted, came out before they showed it, and they were like, damn, because like basically in their own words they said they out-indied Indy with Uncharted, with Nathan Drake and Uncharted, and then they canceled the whole Indiana Jones game. Yeah, Uncharted destroyed Indiana Jones, like it did. Because they had a game running. They had realistic water. They're like it was basically Uncharted, but proper with Indiana Jones. But Uncharted came out first, and they're like, we can't release this game. Looking with Uncharted, so like they just had to scrap it. Like lots of stuff happened that screwed up. You know, screwed up stuff major. Like it was the poor people, like some of them, I guess it was just ideas people had but like some of the games just didn't change, and basically you had to guess and gamble to figure out like what was going to be big next, because nobody really knew, you know. And then Grand Theft Auto GTA 4 comes out, and then it's like, you know, that informs everything again, as GTA almost always does. Because like, alright, you know, like the big games, the big like industry changing games of that gen were like GTA 4, Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, Halo, Call of Duty. Call of Duty's, yeah, they had a major resurgence. And you know, I might be self-serving here, but I want to say Uncharted. Well, no, definitely, because like after that, like I'll even say, well, I guess you could say that's well, that was another one. Because like nobody talks about it, but Infamous was an awesome game. It's one of my favorite PlayStation franchises. But a lot of
I think so. Why? I think it's the same difference, honestly. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'm in the squad session. You can join the squad session.
But yeah, like people forget that. I can't remember the name of the studio, because I think they ended up closing down afterwards. But dang, there's a lot of freaking things out here. The studio that made a little fish. The studio that made Prototype. But see, like that literally went head to head with Infamous. A lot of that happened last gen. There was a lot of head to head stuff. Yeah, that was rough. Like especially for Resistance, because of the PS3 sales. But like there was a lot of that, and like it just ended up killing some of these games, because like people took to Infamous over Prototype. and people took obviously Gears of War over Resistance, and then like and basically the franchises that lost out there died because like after Resistance 3 that was it. Never saw anything else from Resistance. Prototype 2 that was it, and after that never saw nothing from Prototype. There was a lot of stuff. Which one did you play, the original or Infamous 2? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the first one was like Infamous 2 is almost like a different game. But I finally got George to go back and play it last year, after which is what 5 years after it came out. But like it's like a totally different game from the original Infamous, in a good way. Hmm.
Low and quiet does it.
Yeah, you'll come back to it. It was a strange time. It was. It really was, and well, of course, it stank that it was basically exclusive to 360 for a time, and then the DLC was. I think some of that DLC was like permanent exclusive. Some of that DLC, or maybe all of the DLC. I'm trying to remember, but like that game, like I think the DLC for GTA 4 just never came to anything else. Gay Tony, yeah, I think that never came to PlayStation. I think it was. Oh, okay. God, the names.
The one with the bikers.
Deal with them quickly.
Yeah, that's it.
It's funny because I played. It's funny because I played Battle of Gay Tony first, and then like I didn't want to play the actual game. Because Battle of Gay Tony had all the really cool weapons and stuff, like the automatic shotgun with explosive rounds and stuff. It was cool. The game. Red Dead Redemption was one of my favorites for last gen.
Crap.
I love Red Dead Redemption and the Uncharted games. I loved Lost Planet. I mean, I had that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was like the only game we had for like what, like 3 years. Yeah, PS3. Yeah, I mean, God Lord, I mean that I would play that like every day. I love Lost Planet.
Yeah, those were the times. Oh my God, what the hell?
And Lost Planet 2 was cool. It wasn't as good.
Dead
Personally,
Space.
but Dead Space, man. Dead Space is awesome.
Yeah, like it was. That's well, they killed it too. They didn't need to even. Like it could have been so much more. But yeah, well, you know what? That was the trend. The trend that happened with everything at that point was multiplayer. We gotta get multiplayer in it. So, I mean, like everything fell prey to that. So, like, we had to get multiplayer in Uncharted. Thank goodness it actually, like, you know, wasn't horrible. But you know, it's like we had to get
Yeah, Uncharted
multiplayer
multiplayer was
in.
fun.
Yeah, oh, it was hilarity. Like me and George and I would like go in, especially the Uncharted 3 one. Like we would go in
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like create a room with just him and me, and like, and we would we would play Boston Bomber because it was right around the time the Boston bombings happened. So we were like, someone would pretend to be Tsarnaev, whatever his name was, and then the other person would pretend to be the cops. And it would be all RPGs. That would be all we would use. Like, we didn't use guns. It's just RPGs. So like, boom, blowing people up. It was nuts. It's also probably unhealthy, but, you know, it is what it is. But, like, yeah, it was crazy.
Ugh, this scrapes.
Let me see if Max wants to join our party.
Oh, we sent him an invite. He said he would join when, he was trying to beat a monster.
Shh. Okay.
Look.
That one slipped in you.
Oh.
Shoo.
What the hell? Yeah, George's like, hey, I'll join later. Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. George's like, George says
George
that and
will
then
join,
doesn't
and
show
it'll be
up
like
for
at midnight.
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll show up for like 4 hours.
He'd say doing that, and then he's like, "Hey, let's play it." I'm like, "Dude, I'm going to sleep."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, "You should have came like 3 hours ago, man. We would have hunted." What do you mean? It's like progressive, so you don't necessarily have to like. You don't do it in one sitting. Yeah, it's part of the story. Oh, I'm already fighting her. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just waiting. I'm just messing with you. I'm gonna send out the SOS, but I'm gonna put a password. That's good. You can't see it unless you know the password, I think, or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Oh, for real? That's basically like the volcano area of this game.
Oh right, yeah. It's basically a holiday tomorrow and Tuesday here, so I'm unless something horrible goes wrong, I am off work till Wednesday.
I keep my
No,
father's
well,
old fishing
we're
nets.
kind of
Don't know how many times I sold them back
we
on.
just go where there's a broken AC, so we don't like meet at like a warehouse or anything. It's just like we wait. It's like, all right, where do we have to go, or what do we have scheduled, and then we just go straight there.
Fishing may seem like a lot of nothing, but it's got a rhythm, like the sun during the day.
Cray, cray.
Just join the squad session, dude. I don't know why it's doing that, because, I mean, that's what I did. Oh, you didn't go to the board, right?
Kestrel's Perch.
Damn.
Jail. I need to get myself back into rhyme and then stop playing around. But
dude, you gotta get Monster Hunter, man.
yeah.
Just do it, dude. We'll get you up to speed.
I don't know when. I'll probably get it. Probably not this month though, because I ain't think that's gonna happen. But if I do, it'll be in March. And that's the thing. I'm like, by March it'll be like, yeah, I don't know if there's any point. I'll be way too far behind.
You'll catch up, trust me. There's way too much stuff to do to just be like, just for us to be like, way too far. It's not necessarily that kind of game per se.
I definitely.
I already got.
Is that what it was?
I already got another character set up too, so.
Yeah, I definitely do want to get it though. I definitely do. Like I'm kind of just like vexed that I couldn't get my money back for fighters. I would have just switched and bought Monster Hunter. But
Monster Hunter.
Jig under a dock with some shade to get some of those lazy fish.
But it is what it is. So I'm trying to make the most out of fighters.
Fighters.
Yeah, fighting. There's fighting words.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Like, let's fight. Them's fighting words, boy.
Yo, ready up, son. Let's
Actually,
go.
I have a Chevrolet actually. No, I honestly do. It's a yellow Chevy Aveo. It's in the it's not in the carport. You weren't talking about the cars, were you? Oh.
Son, it shouldn't take you this long to get ready for a quest. Quest.
Isn't she pretty in pain? Isn't she?
Damn. Dance.
Definitely awake now.
Oh, her. That's cool. That's cool. Why? I mean, what am I supposed to say? Damn. What do you mean? I think it's cool. Damn. This dude, man.
We should appreciate these.
Psyop going. This is what you call it, mental warfare.
Mental warfare. Psyops. Oh my god. I remember that game. Mental
What the heck is
conditioning.
This dude, man.
Sunlight always
Did I
reminds me
eat? Oh no, I didn't. Damn, hold on, let me eat real quick. Um. Yeah. If you go
Are you
without me, you're
Khalid,
gonna die.
the healer?
I
Oh
had
dang, I
planned to spend
forgot.
the day gazing at the
Nah, I
lands
don't
of
know.
my exile and feeling sorry for myself. But
Oh,
you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
if you
I came
leave,
from the tent city there.
don't leave
There's a
now.
sick girl. Her brother
Please
told
Please
me about
don't
don't
you.
take
take
my
my
The answer's
heart
no.
heart
away.
away.
What?
But if you
No, I
leave,
can't spare the
don't look
medicine,
back.
nor my time to
I'll be
administer it.
running the
My
other
resources are already
way.
stretched thin. Plus
7
the
years.
soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
I thought it was bullcrap. Like as the first time I was like Disney and Final Fantasy. I'm like, oh my god, they're just stretching. That's what I thought when I first heard it. And I was like, this is bullcrap.
I thought it was cool. At
But I
first, I
want
thought it
you
was
help.
cool. At first,
Look at it from my
but then I was
perspective.
like, I can't do it
What
anymore.
meager goods I can get must be
I'm not
smuggled
the
in.
weeb I
That's
used to be.
The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel.
it's a
Helis of
weeb
Kestrel
fest. Like, I can't do
to
it. I can't do
sticky
it.
ends. What's left? That's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an
I
ideological
know. I was just like, yeah, I didn't feel that way about too. I was like, yeah, you
I
really
heard
don't have
theories
much
about that
to work
too,
with.
but it's like, it's like, it was. I heard that particular decision was down to Nomura, and then Nomura wanted to do, because remember around that time he was working on Advent Children. Like it wasn't announced yet. It wasn't announced yet, but he was working on Advent Children around that time. So he's kind of like, in preparation for Advent Children, you build up Cloud and you build up Sephiroth to get people like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, these characters, whatever, and then oh my god, they're doing a movie where they fight again, So
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow
well, I am
Cardinal, would you?
personally, but
Well,
who
we
knows,
just
man?
met,
It
but
could
yes,
suck for
it's
all we
tempting.
know.
Take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my
well,
punishment if I use the last of my
and the
stock
problem
on a
is
tent
the
girl.
problem with recreating that is that what exactly are they recreating? Because Final Fantasy VII is different for everybody. Because when you have like you said, a turn-based game with no voice acting and open world, so that people did whatever they wanted in certain orders, at least to a certain degree, everybody's experience was different. They might as well, like, at least that was linear to the point that you could do that. But like with an open world game like 7, like you're like like what people think is the well, I heard something interesting just today that that they actually announced that game not because it was really in development as much as and they were ready to show it and announce it, but because they needed the stock boost, so they needed to announce it for the investors, and because they were trying to get people to buy PS4s, because apparently, according to this source anyway, I don't know if this is 100% true, but according to this source, Square Enix has invested in the PS4. Like I don't know if like they made some sort of monetary donations to Sony so that they could produce the PS4 or whatever, but like so they have a vested interest in PS4, which is why the person said when you look at it, they only 15 and Kingdom Hearts are the only multi-platform games really that Square Enix has put out. Everything else is PlayStation and PC. So like, and to a certain degree, that's true. Like if you look at well, you know what? That's not true. Actually, it's not true because when they remade Type Zero HD, that was on
That was
Xbox.
Xbox One, right?
and yeah, that was Xbox and PlayStation 4. Um, but apparently they had like a vested interest in it, so they were trying to get people, of course, to buy more PS4s, because they knew that the larger the PS4 install base is, the more potential sales they'll get for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15, even though they weren't really ready to show anything for Final Fantasy 7. Exactly. Exactly. But at the same time, now the other issue with it is that they are this
Kind of
little
an ass healer.
There's no cure for
this issue
conscience,
that
but
ended up
each
with
line of
CyberConnect 2,
work,
because apparently
like
they
a
had been
chapter
working with
in a
CyberConnect 2.
story.
CyberConnect 2 had been
And yet,
basically
if you
making
feel
Final Fantasy
so
7
strongly
Remake
about this
for
one
2
girl,
years. And
perhaps we can
then
make it
whatever, they
together.
didn't like whatever they were doing,
My
and they kind of
charity
like took it back, and
for
now Square Enix is doing it
Thunderjaw.
internally. So
That's not how
basically the
charity
project got
works.
set back by 2
Here's
years.
how deals work. You'd say
So
my
it's possible
goodness.
that episode 1 of the thing would have been out this year.
Those parts
But
aren't exactly easy to come by.
like had
As
it
it
gone,
happens, a Thunderjaw prowls the Valley of
I
Omens, north and west of here. I know it well because they expect me to put
well,
its
there
victims back together.
the struggle
Blood
with Kingdom
owes,
Hearts
mostly.
If I do
is
this,
twofold.
it's not
One,
for
it's
you.
Disney,
Oh, I'm not expecting
because
you to do it at
Disney
all.
don't want them to do this, and Disney don't
But
want
I'll
them
be
to do
heading back
that,
to the Citadel
and
later.
Disney keeps buying other companies, and basically every time they buy another company, it's like, oh wait, could we not put this in Kingdom Hearts? And then they have to go through a whole big song and dance to get stuff in. So that's one thing. You mean Square Enix?
When the weather's this good, I like to think it's the sun minus no...
Yeah, they will. I think they will, because like, yeah, I don't think Square Enix is gonna look, and they're doing too many things at once. Because this is the thing, it's like, when you look at Nomura's like, and there's people were talking about it today, is like, Nomura has his hands in everything in Square Enix, basically. But at the same time, it's like, he's done nothing.
Yeah.
The hell?
Very much.
No, like, you alright? Nope. Hold on.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. I hated Final Fantasy 2. I think it was boring as hell.
Yo, what's up?
Almost, dude. Not a whole lot. Just finished eating. Yo, it's awesome. I love this game. I've been playing it almost every single day. Really? Jeez.
Elder's Recess.
Elders what?
The Elder's Recess? Yeah.
I don't think so. I just... What is it? The one I just did, yeah, I just did the mission, a Colossal Tank. That's when you, It's the first 6-star mission. I'm a little behind.
I forgot what team that is.
Oh, nice. No. Big dragon. That's hilarious.
Speaking of devil. Yeah, he's annoying as hell. He's really strong too. Yeah, you'll see him soon enough. He shows up everywhere.
Oh, that was fun. That poor Aloy swimming in a lake.
Nice over here. Yeah. Dang, she's like a knock me out of the air. Oh, dang, I just realized I don't have any more answers. Here we go, here we go.
I need to go to the Palace of the Sun.
Wet. But I tan this leather well. It'll keep.
Damn it, Raccoon, you don't want me to here we go. She don't want me to heal up. Yeah, there's parts of her tail that you can't, like, hit.
Show! Gotta hit that tail, y'all.
Scrabbling a bit.
That's how they do it in the keep. I'm here. Dang. Show! Never. Never. Oh my god. Like, oh, this is friggin' hilarious.
It's funny because I wrote that and I was like, well, I guess I gotta go back to work. So I don't know what happened. I didn't know what happened after that.
No, I texted him. I was like, "Dang, what happened?" He's like, "No, they were too far away from the screen to see." Like, thank God, because like he wasn't home. He took his PlayStation and there's like 8 or 9 people. They were watching a movie at some friend's house. So it's not even like it's not even like just his family, like his family and another family. Just watching a movie on his PlayStation and it's like dick. Like, oh my god!
What the hell happened to me? Oh, the Gachalaka.
Jam, the Gachalaga. That's what they say. That's what they say in the pen.
No, these are like tribe people. They're like really strong in the game, and so like while you're fighting stuff, they'll just like interrupt your battles and stuff.
Dang, I only have 138. I need way more.
The ancient forest is kind of hard.
Of course.
Yeah.
Battery's like, oh, your battery's low. You're playing too much games. Your battery is low.
Yeah,
shut up!
Yeah, he's cool. I like him a lot. Cool. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah. Or in that video, Devil Ho.
Dang. They call it Devil Show. Devil Ho.
Devil Ho.
Show.
Jam. Jamming.
We're jamming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, George's like, oh yeah, you know, Asiason's half Cuban. He's like, no, he's not. He's like, yeah, yeah. Straight up. She's like, no, he's not. She's like, yeah, yeah. She's like, and how with a last name like Hamlin? He's like, yeah, Hamlin. It's like, what? I'm like, what the hell? Like, he's like, yeah, I thought this. So I thought his mom was. He's like 100%. Like, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It is what it is. Oh my god, what the hell?
Dang, you saw that? My Prince knocked it out. I feel good about myself.
Hey, attack each other. Attack each other, not me. Stop attacking me. Stop attacking me. Why are you attacking me? Alright, you asked for it.
Did you hear sir? Hey, Max, you still there?
Yeah, I see.
Oh, what HR are you?
Squad.
I haven't got to adding yet. To it.
How many you got? Yeah, that's a lot, though.
Why is my older? Yeah, I wish it was today. Why is he not dead? You're not dead yet. Oh dang, George is actually online.
Let's do a GoFundMe for
Okay. That would be like the worst thing ever. Like I could not look in a mirror ever again.
Thank you. What else you got? What else you got?
I tried. Like I wish I tried. It's like for the first time in how many years? Like since PS4 first came out, the first time I've ever like felt like, you know, the sting of buying digital only. It's yeah. If it was a disc, I would have sold it. But like no, that's like I was telling you, I talked to support and tried to get my money back for it, but to no avail.
Yo.
Dang, this Joker actually joined.
Hey. Yo.
How many people are in this party? Like, so it's like George is like 4. It's like, okay, so it's 5 of us. All right, straight.
We got Max in the house.
Hey.
Max is like the 6th Power Ranger. Like.
Dang. No, I want to be Green Ranger.
No, he's like that.
Yo, I ain't gonna be the Black Ranger. I ain't into that. I like the Black. I'll be the Black Ranger. I like the Black.
I want to be the Pure Ranger.
Oh god. I can respect that. Dang, what happened to you? You died. It's like.
What can we capture?
Is there such thing as a Lechon Ranger?
Is a what ranger?
Lechon?
Lechon Ranger. Well, dang, they had the alien rangers.
Dang. Now I'll be the Black Ranger. Damn it, Saturday.
Dang, these jokers are dead.
I finally made that blade that I wanted.
Damn it, you freaking Grimhawks.
I'm gonna invite you
Yo!
back to our room.
It's not the first time we did it.
Oh, damn. Hashtag we're still sore.
Oh! Wow!
Oh my god. I got no rubies. Rubies. I need my rubies.
Crap. Stupid bloody glint hawks. Just
Why were
die.
you the MVP of this quest?
Because of favoritism. Like,
Actually, just finished. Like literally just finished.
You did? I didn't get your text. Oh, yeah, you did text me. Max, I'm gonna invite you to our room so you can join. Alright, cool. Yo, we gotta trade guild cards, because if you get the 50 guild cards, you get that trophy.
woo!
They're literally gonna be like.
Just stay out of their way for now.
What?
What?
What? I thought you were gonna finish your sentence.
Why would you think that?
Why would I do that?
Why would you do that to me, George?
I don't know.
George.
I have to review. I have to.
Like, George,
review
do you
the-
really want to hurt me? Like, do you really want to make me cry?
Oh my god.
The spoken
Not
word
this.
album.
Yeah, I have to look back at my recording from last night because I don't
Dang. Yeah, right?
remember what we did.
I gotta write
Did we
some- I gotta
fight the
write
two?
some-
Hey, did we fight the two Kirans? What did we fight? Where were we running away from? Because I don't remember seeing anything.
Dang.
I really don't remember what we were running away from.
Hey, y'all were blindfolded.
Yeah,
They were
I-
skyfalled.
Dang. They were a 50 Shades Free.
Oh my god. I can't even believe that movie exists. Like, really?
This might have been made.
Everything's a trilogy.
I know, right? Damn. Sometimes there just doesn't need to be a sequel.
I know. It's like 50 shades of the galaxy.
For real.
No, what happened is like, yeah, and Mr. Gray got frozen, and then like they woke him up, and it's like her great niece.
Dang.
Oh my god.
He's like, this is the highest level of kink I've ever experienced. It's like,
Oh my god!
It's like, we're gonna put some of this liquid nitrogen to use.
That's what she said. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
He's like, they're freezing me. And then
They're gonna
freezing
freeze
me,
you.
and then they're gonna freeze me.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I finally got the specimen jewel.
Did you get the my invite, Max, to the squad?
Yeah, I joined it. Hey, hold on. Are you guys gonna post something yet? Let's go for something crazy. Who's that? What?
Bomber dragon.
Beelzebub?
The ruler of the demons.
When did we fight him?
You have to be
We
HR
tried?
14, I think.
But when we run... Oh.
Eat, swallow,
You can't.
then talk. Show!
Dang.
I guess it just, I don't know, I guess it just depends, I don't know, I mean.
Keep quiet now.
I
just want to try my new blade out.
I guess, let's go to the Gathering Hub, just for the hell of it.
To Magic the Gathering.
I like Magic the Gathering, actually.
I haven't played it. I didn't know some people who do and they really like it. But I've never like, actually, I just know it's a card game. I don't know enough about it to have formed any opinions.
It's cool. I don't say it because I don't want you guys to not be my friends anymore.
Oh well, yeah.
It makes me know I'm like booted from the chat.
That would be crazy. Like he's gone. Hello.
Practice your magic somewhere else.
Practice your magic, boy. Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't want to have to kill you. Actually, I do. I do want to have to kill you. So I'm gonna do it.
Whatchamacallit, for Pink Rathian, you have to be HR 13.
Crap baskets.
Not much gets past them.
Damn! Haha, you're frozen. Kamehameha!
What's up, little guy?
You're frozen. I'm about to do some frozen damage up in here. Call me Rapunzel.
Come here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the arena.
Dang on it! Eat it.
Yo, Max, you wanna arm wrestle me?
Strange request on a Sunday evening.
Oh my god.
I've heard a stranger.
Dang.
Alright, what quest is this?
There's a pink ass Rathian.
Dang, it's
I'm not able to join.
It's the Elton John Rathian.
I'm not high enough, darn it. Well, if you guys want to, yeah, I'm not high enough.
Let's try to do regular Rathian.
Yeah,
She's so high, high above me. She's so lovely. like what happened?
Yeah, I need a. Why don't we just go on an expedition or something like that? And then just,
If you want to go and take a ride with me,
like we'll do the Rathian, high level Rathian, and then
He's okay. It's okay, George. He's all right.
and then we can.
it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
It's alright. It's alright.
You said you could hunt the Rathian, but clearly you can't, because.
The dance moves. Yeah, y'all can't do this.
Hold on, I got some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
I can't join this one either, man. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm about to say. I'm like,
Dang.
It's like this is like the most basic quest.
I don't know why I can't do that one. I literally just got to 6.
you can't join the quest?
Nah, I just tried. It says I'm too low, but yeah.
Dang. you need to go smoke and get high.
You get high.
Dang.
I don't know.
Not high enough.
You want to do the expedition? Well, to do the expedition, you gotta do a quest.
We'll just put any quest, and then we'll just beat it, and then. Oh, what? Oh, Max is only level 6.
Nah, he's doing HR's. I'm sorry, 6-star quests. Quest.
Yeah, and then let's do one you could join, and then we'll just do it, and then do expedition. Battle group.
Burzler Group.
B-92 or the B-26 bomber.
B-52 bomber.
B-92 bomber.
Vitamin B12 bomber.
It's okay. It's alright.
I'm just.
That's B-52 bomber. You guys are, I thought y'all were on this.
Is Max here? Because I don't see him. Or are you somewhere else?
Show me them boxes, boy. Show me the boxes.
I guess
open them all. I wanna get a hold up in the boxes.
Oh, okay. So he's not in the hub. It doesn't matter anyway.
Dang.
Parker.
George's like, you know what? I don't want to see you.
I want to try out my new blade, man.
I'm about to start calling you Wesley Snipes, yo, because of that blade.
Yo!
Oh, never mind.
I see why. Woo! We are just collecting.
Call me Wesley Snipes because I have the power of the vampire, but I can walk during the day.
No, that's not why. that's not why they call you Wesley Snipes.
No.
Actually, you guys do that one. I mean, I just did a rank 6 mission, but for some reason I can't do that one. Probably because I just got there, so I'm just gonna rank up a little bit.
Which one do you have? I guess, okay.
Like the very first one that's like part of the story. Like I just completed that before I came. Like when you defeat the monster, the Zoro.
Do this real quick. Max, press start and go to communications.
Oh, okay, let me just wait till my loading screen goes away.
We have no communication. A disruption in communication can mean only one thing.
Communication disruption can mean only one thing: invasion. Negotiations haven't started yet because the ambassadors aren't there. How can that be true? I have assurances from the Chancellor. His ambassadors did arrive. Matt, you know what? This fascinates me all the time. Alright. Catch you later, Riga. This fascinates me all the time. With like everyone agrees that the prequels are horrible, but we know them so well. like so well. Like I know them better. Well, obviously better than the new movies.
What am I doing?
You cannot enter this location without your. Oh, excuse me.
Are we still gonna do this, or you want to do something else?
It don't matter. We can do something else if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
I'm at my communications thing here.
Oh yeah, do you see where it says squads?
Yes.
There should be an invite in there.
Looks like it'll work.
Oh, so you cannot do this during a quest or exit. Oh, probably because I'm in a position. Get out of here.
Oh.
Okay.
It makes me sick.
Well, sorry, this is fun. I guess once you come back, just let me know, and then you can join our little
Join our little swatty.
What do you want to do then, George? Do you want to just do Rathian?
I want to wait a minute. Go to the Palace of the Sun.
I feel like I want to try to hit.
Dang, he's like psych. I'm back. You know, I don't care. He's like,
I don't know. I kind of feel like.
All right.
I don't know. Like maybe are there any new events?
Let me see.
Do not you. Oh, okay. I was about to say, don't you dare tell me.
We can do Rathian.
I think this is where I was. Why do I need to go here? Oh, straight up this Palace of the Sun. I was thinking. Okay. Well, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna save.
Triple threat. Hold on.
I don't know if I can do that one yet.
What H? Oh, you have to be HR 13 to do this one.
Yeah.
Did you give me his first off or no?
Hey.
You didn't? Oh, I thought you did. Because I couldn't find
My
it.
munchies.
Switch back
From the
to.
game? From the game?
Oh, we were rocking.
The shield weaver armor.
And then just do exposition afterwards and like try to like get ancient ass and or I don't know wherever rapping is.
You need Angina?
No, not really. But I would like to get finish the rapping and
Gonna go ahead and switch to. It's 11 o'clock.